Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's continue taking back the market square from the Demon Menace. Alright, who has our best lore nature? I'm going to try and get the habit of using guidance. I don't know what it is about the Pathfinder games,
Death is life's final surprise.
but I have the hardest time remembering that this is a spell.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Now, these corpses are gnawed to the bone by ghouls, whose teeth are likely the cause of death. We can cross the tree there as well. Let's see what's up here first. A Vermlek. An Occultist Invoker.
Surrender or else!
Ready for anything. Let's try this way.
Save the last one for me.
Nice. Let's get rid of the wizard as well.
This will hurt.
Bucephalus is in rough shape, that's okay. Let's use Ember to try and put this guy to sleep, because it looks like he's going straight for Ember anyway.
I'll cut you wide open!
The light take you!
Did you see that?
Alright, well, Jeff, you come back here and help
Coming,
here.
alright.
Sela, you intercept this barbarian.
Into the fray!
Ember should be okay here.
The inheritor!
Continue
my blade!
fighting, everyone.
Or, you know, not. A crit for 22 will put a stop to that. Sorry, we came out on top. Alright, I understand how that works. Alright, what all did they drop? Not a lot of good stuff. Oh, wait.
I'll watch your back. Open your heart to me.
Here we go. Guidance.
I am helpful, am I not?
Rusty horseshoe. And a bunch of junk, of course. Tiger. These people were not killed by demons. Their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons. Of course we're gonna adopt Tiger. Welcome to the party, man. Long time no see. So summons a pet cat. Cat's feral instincts provide a +2 morale bonus on perception and lore nature checks. Perfect for Lan.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Alright, so this should take us... Oh no, this is not going to take us to an exit. Alright, let's see what's inside this building.
What's on your mind? I wonder. I hope you appreciate this.
Let's read what we just picked up. Oh, also... Completely missed this last time. I thought it was a consumable. Oh, where's it at? We can equip this. A lockpicker's kit, which is different from the apprentice's lockpick. If I can find that. I don't see it at a glance, but the kit is equipable. We're gonna give that to Camellia, I think. Where the other ones... Also, let's not show that headgear. It looks a little silly. Where does the other one fall under? I guess I don't need to show it off. Let's just read these books. Alright, so stories told us by spirits. The Night with Harrowed Hands, Canabras Medium Alliance Publishing. The demon puts 2 plates on the table in front of me. On each, a bleeding human heart. Look, he says. The right one belongs to a noble and righteous man, a loyal servant of Iomedae. The left one is the heart of a murderer and a scoundrel. But something tells me they taste exactly the same. I remain silent and don't move. I couldn't if I tried. One of my hands is pinned to the wide armrest, the knife thrust to the hilt. The other is similarly pinned helpless on the table. The demon circles and carefully brushes away a strand of hair that stuck to my forehead. Your silence saddens me. Don't waste your time on this performance, monster, I say, though I have scarcely the energy to breathe. If you wish to torture me, go ahead. If you want to kill me, then kill me. My life is in your hands, but my soul is not, and never will be. The hearts on the plates in front of me continue oozing blood. They've only just been ripped from their owners' bodies. The right one apparently belonged to my partner, the left, to the criminal we were escorting. But the demon who set his lair in the old mill killed without discrimination. He walks around the armchair and stops behind my back, placing a clawed hand on my shoulder. This is not a performance at all. It's a feast. I will be sated. No, not with this. You can see my eyes still on the hearts. With you. It's your heart that's in front of me right now. So helpless. The claws on my shoulder tighten a bit. God has helped me endure. After a moment, the demon continues. You know what you don't understand, you zealous servants of law and good? He seems to like the sound of his own voice. It was you who brought us to your land. The more of you who gather here, at the edge of the world wound, so brave, burning with righteous wrath, the more like me will come from the abyss. It's not because we want to win a war and conquer your world. Perhaps our lords want this, but trust me, they're as far removed from their subjects as your lords and kings are from you. No, we come for those like you, for the persistent and the proud, who won't break until the end. For those whose suffering is sweet and lasts. For the sweets. He appears in front of me again, licking his lips. I well know that he'll never grant me a quick death. And then, a journal about an experiment. Oh boy. Alright, experiment day 1. Today I was able to catch a quasit. Rory be my witness. It wasn't easy, considering my humble physical condition. Luckily, it was a scrawny specimen, about 7 pounds, with a wingspan of about 2 1/3 feet. When it awoke, the quasit first tried to attack me, then ruined my clothes with his caustic saliva. Experiment day 3. I've begun my linguistic research. My goal is to study the language of quasits. I'm quite convinced they have their own dialect. Through understanding their speech, I'll be able to understand their way of thinking, and convince them to rebel against their lord's tyranny. Revolution will roll through the abyss, and the powerless will rebel against their oppressors. I'm sure that Everbloom Milani will not refuse her patronage even to such creatures as these, if they would break their chains of slavery. Unfortunately, progress thus far is insignificant. I've been able to catalog only 2 words, not words, which I suspect must mean rend and carrion. The quasit formed both words quite vividly when commenting on my person. While I was entering this record, the quasit managed to steal my watch and throw it into the chamber pot. Judging by his spiteful giggling, he's quite delighted about his little joke. Despite the naughty trick, I am somewhat glad. Jokes and pranks are a part of cognitive communication, which I fully intend to establish with this specimen. I grow more and more convinced that I made the right decision in leaving Absalom and Foray Logos, the so-called Wise House. More like narrow-minded fools stuck in the past, under the sway of their ringleader, that chatterbox, the fool of fools, Jubilus Narthropple. They've never appreciated the progressive nature of my theories. Experiment day 4. Today the quasit almost bit my nose off while I fed him. In response, to my shame, I beat him with a wand. Such behavior towards sentient beings is unacceptable, and I repent deeply. I've also run out of meat. The specimen and I will have to make do with porridge and soup. Experiment day 6. It's been 3 days since the specimen switched to a vegetarian diet. At first, the quasit refused to eat plant-based foods. but then ate some cabbage soup and poked at the porridge with his claw. His face looked so tragic. Experiment Day 7. The specimen has completely lost all signs of aggression. At dawn, I was awoken by his moaning. The quasit was rolled up in a ball in the corner, whimpering. Despite his dangerous appearance, it's quite impossible not to feel compassion towards the poor creature. I had to take prompt measures and give the specimen a laxative potion. The quasit now reacts to me with confusion and fear, but at least it's not suffering anymore. His gastrointestinal tract must have reacted unhappily to the unfamiliar diet. Experiment Day 10. What a great day! The switch to a completely plant-based diet is complete. The theory that quasits can only eat meat and carrion has been disproven. My eternal opponent, Sir Jubilost, will just have to go drown himself in a river. The quasit has become peaceful and easygoing. He no longer tries to eat my boots, or the feet inside them. The specimen's behavior has become gentle and friendly. He shows some interest in ball games and physical exercise. I have named him Pecker. Today he initiated communication and attempted to explain a new word to me. By all evidence, he was making up the word during communication process, but there has never been such a word in the quasit language. The meaning, as I understand it, is safety, comfort, and calm. I see no further need to keep Pecker on his chain. This experiment has convinced me that the vicious and evil traits attributed to quasits are acquired habits, not natural or inherent to their nature. Over these days, I really have grown fond of him. And by all evidence, Pecker likes me too. He's gotten used to napping on my knee while I'm writing my observations in my journal. Maybe someday, this quasit will become my familiar. The current stage of the experiment is complete. Pecker and I are soon off to Absalom to present our findings before the professors at Foray Logos, become a scientific sensation. On our way, we make a small detour to Avestan, so that Pecker will have a chance to better adapt to civilization. I hope the little trickster enjoys the journey. That was a much happier ending than I was expecting. These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Their bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that is slowly melting.
I'll go ahead.
Alright, let's quick save. Clear the blockage.
The heartbeat quickens.
Okay. Quick save again.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
The light take you.
Okay. I'll just keep doing this until I kill all the dretches down here?
I am prepared.
Yet another obstacle.
That was just 2 again. I assumed it was going to keep ramping up, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3.
Into the fray.
Alright, have an idea. Let's use that scroll that we found. They said that the fighters are caught off guard, right? Where is my scroll of sea invisibility?
Trust in yourself.
Alright, we'll smite. Go ahead and cast Bless. Let's keep him back for right now. We can just do Magic Missile.
Sod is restless. I wonder why.
You won't survive me.
It doesn't seem that tough. Oh, he is mobile though. Was not expecting that. For some reason, like looking at his bottom, I thought he was gonna be stuck in place.
Tactical retreat.
Yeah, he needs to get back. He's probably gonna die.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Let's go and turn on our cold iron ammunition.
It's all your fault.
He's not dead. He should change targets now. Perfect. Alright, so he's incorporeal. Good to know. Well, that's what we have Finian, the talking weapon for.
This will leave a bruise.
Well, that wasn't so bad. Definitely expected that to go much worse. But we are running a little low on potions. Alright, let's cast guidance on Bucephalus.
You can trust me. I hear
Guidance
the
on
voice of the
herself.
Spirits. I am helpful, am I not?
Alright, found a unique bow. It's a wicked longbow. Whenever this +2 composite longbow confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the target must pass a will saving throw or suffer a curse. This cursed creature suffers -1 penalty to will, -2 to fortitude, and -3 to reflex saving throws. It can be removed with the remove curse spell. Well, it's +2, so that's a straight upgrade for him. And I guess we'll turn Finian into a rapier. For her. Well, sweet. That's a fun little puzzle.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
I found Ramian. And Count Arendai's servant. Am I supposed to be able to see him right there? Hear me. Take heed. The Hordes of the Abyss march on something. The Wardstone is their target. You must not be allowed to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. Yeah, I think we knew that already.
Can we retreat
Too late
already?
for apologies.
Alright, he needs to charge at this back line here.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Distract them from me.
Why am I just standing there? Go get that guy.
This.
There we go, that's weird. Alright.
As it should be.
I just heard a Like a growl over here?
No reason to pause.
I'm hearing something.
Did we find trouble?
I'll hit you!
They did.
Babow. Alright, what are you? A lot of strength, a lot of constitution. Alright, doesn't seem too tough. Reduces armor class. Let's see. Try and get Woljip to use a color spray on him. I wish I could angle it. There we go.
Time to share your treasures.
Hi, Camellia. Get in there now.
Demand your blood!
It doesn't seem so tough. I think we've got this in the bag.
Your performance is lacking.
Except that sneak attack.
You are lacking.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Oh, cool. We traded. Perfect.
A bright future awaits us.
Alright, and we are now out of healing. Just about. It just so has her lay on hands, but only 2 casts of it and doesn't heal for very much. But we got a cold iron short spear +1. Oh, sadly, nobody can really use it.
What a find!
Anybody?
Together we
Go grab that,
stand.
please. Thank you.
That is not far.
So what is this place? Temple of Desna. Alright, we're not going to go here yet. We're going to save this for,
Might be trapped.
we're ready to actually
Might be
do the
treasure.
quest.
I'll go ahead.
But we can talk to Ramian real fast, since we see him standing right here. The Golden Court Asimar greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I've nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. There was a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she's been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They have come to us in dreams. I let Horun brush them off as meaningless reveries. And well, I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams. But even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna, and are always worthy of attention. The Prelate, and all the Crusade leaders for that matter, have put less store in reason, and more intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabras. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the wardstone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of wardstones, awakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seemed that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the Storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city. But no one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. And all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of a false dream sent by monsters. But here, in the war with the Abyss, the goddess is keeping a close eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed on the Wardstone. Remian looked slightly abashed. When my attempts to open Halrun's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them, I cannot command them. And it seems they were inspired all on their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want, but you don't have to take any responsibility for your flock. You've really got it made. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsible for the actions of others? These are not children we're discussing here. They're grown adults endowed with their own free will, praise the goddess. Of course, we all help one another, but in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and each must answer for those choices. They had no ill intent, they only wished to access the Wardstone in secret and try to cleanse it. But to Halrun, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't got away, they were destined for a cell in the Prelate's dungeon, and quite likely, death. Now, why are you and Halrun feuding? I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I've always tried to keep him... to help him fulfill the mission he has taken upon himself, into which he has proved fatally ill-suited, protecting Kynabris against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me. It was only the nightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there's clearly no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Is there a chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Halrun's faith is truly formidable. Not only his faith in Iomedae, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he's as hard-headed as a rock troll. But even so, Desna teaches us to never lose hope. Talk to him. Try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hands, but I beg you, if at all possible, please do not kill him. Now, why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? Because people might need help. They will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck, while Kynabris is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attack. Alright, I have to go. Wait. 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons, and vigilantes like Halrun. They will not rest until they find them. If there's anything else you can do to save Kynabris, please do it. Ilkies, or Ilks? A stranger, wait. You spared Ramian despite what that mad Inquisitor told you. Young voice comes from nowhere. Oh, hang on. I forgot to remove the spell. Hope Halrun's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the Desna adepts that tried to break the Wardstone, or into the Wardstone. Yes, I am Ilks, a cleric of Desna, and one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demon's plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Kynabris and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries the taint of corruption. Prelate Halrun refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. What heartless person could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do with the Wardstone, or to the Wardstone? Well, the young man hesitates. Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. There are 3 of us. Cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we'd had enough time, I'm sure we could have figured out what's wrong with the wardstone and how to heal it. But they didn't give us time. Yes, the local commanders got roped into dealing with this. Some idiot kids trying to break into the wardstone. Apparently some of ours. But who even knows these days? Tila sighs. I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. What you did was so stupid and impulsive. Someone could have got hurt. I know from experience. Tila decided that you needed to do something right away. So you did something right away. Great work. Lan gives a sarcastic round of applause. You know, Lan himself is pretty rash, considering how he wanted to lead the mongrels from Neathholm. Like, the city authorities would have done a better job. They weren't going to do a thing, even though it sounds like they knew about the danger. All they knew was that some crazies had some weird dreams. But anyway, it's a little late to be trying to pin blame on people. How did you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with that plan? You sense the young man's temper rising. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck. But luck as many lay people would understand it, and luck as we, the followers of the music of the spheres, see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, a chance of rescue and change for the better can arise. You've got to seize this chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why when Canabras was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands, and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. You were trying to help. Can they punish you if you're trying to help? Is that allowed? Sometimes it's even necessary. So what? We went up against Overrun, but he's the official governor of the city. What of it? Says the cleric with remarkable complacency. Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the great ills of our civilization. We'll never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Holrune. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone has heard it. Heard her, I should say. Is convinced that she is a good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, except that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of the armies of the Abyss. Or we could drown in suspicions, and get one step closer to becoming just like Holrune. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Canabras devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Desna teaches us to trust in last-ditch chances. Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Thal. Thal the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer, and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage. I don't think he'll risk using magic. We'll only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please, find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I'll await news of the goddess's temple. Hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. Alright, have to go. Go. May Desna be with you, stranger. Okay, actually, I think I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we will enter the temple and then continue exploring the rest of this area. I think it's such slow progress. We're knocking out, what, about a quarter of the map each episode?
No mistake.
There's a lot going on here. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.